Hello, hello, sister leaders. This is Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. And look, I know you say, Dr. Karen, you say it every time, but we have a awesome sister leader on deck. And I mean it each and every time. And so today we are going to talk to none other than Dr. Felicia Young. And so, Dr. Young, welcome to the Sister Leaders Podcast, and tell the Sister Leaders community what you do in this space called life.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Felicia Young, and I'm the owner of Higher Minds of Education, as well as Dr. Fee Speaks. So in this place we call Earth, I do so many things. I help high school students do FAFSA, college applications, scholarships, and that business has helped me develop Dr. Fee Speaks. So in my space of Dr. Fee Speaks, I help business owners create strategy, get their life together, organize, and figure it out. This business came about because I helped all of my friends do their business. So one of them said, hey, you should actually get paid for this because you really know what you're talking about. So therein lies Dr. Fee Speaks. So I enjoy the space of helping business owners and mompreneurs get their lives together. I enjoy helping high school students as well get their lives together. So I guess I should say, Dr. Fee, get your life together. But I enjoy all that I do. So that is what I do, sister leaders.
I love that. And so let's kind of dive into what all you just said, because these subject matter experts, they have a tendency to just speed cross stuff as if I'm not going to make them go back. Like, let's break it down. So helping high school students with FAFSA. And so that is the financial aid form, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so this is a form that is required of everybody, correct?
If they are going to attend any sort of college, whether it be beauty and barber, community college, technical school, 4-year school, graduate school, financial aid applications are there to help. So it's FAFSA, free application for student aid.
Okay. And so tell us about, what does this entail? Like what type of information are you helping them with? Or is this a very complex form, or how do they find you? How do they know they need help? Or how does this partnership come about?
So I help lots of high school students as well as community college students complete FAFSA. So I help teenagers as well as adults. So financial aid is an application that they have simplified this year. It's a new application. It's all pretty and shiny. So it's been simplified, but we help them complete it one-on-one service because sometimes students get confused by some of the questions that FAFSA may ask. So we're there to answer their questions as well as their parents' questions. So we help them within high schools, actually community college programs, as well as individual families as well. So you can definitely find me on my website, which is hmofed.com, which is highermindsofereducation.com.
Okay. Okay. So many times, and so I'm going to ask a question here. So many times when people do things in this space called life, it is prompt out of something that happened in their life. Either they went through it, they struggled through it, and now they're on the other side of it. They had to assist someone else. And so tell me, how did you become the go-to individual for this particular task? Is it something that in your past where you experienced needing help with the financial aid form process, or tell us about how that connection happened?
Well, Dr. Karen, I'm so happy that you asked that question because I often say that it became my lot in life to carry financial aid on my back because I was the student who waited till the last minute. I was last minute, didn't have everything together, got on my financial aid officer's last nerve every year, the entire time I was in college. So I should definitely grow up and become a financial aid professional.
I love
Definitely.
I love that. So you don't want too many more people popping up like you at the last minute, because I'm sure there was some anxiety associated with the waiting to the last minute, because I am things that I don't like to do. I wait to the last minute, and there is some, even if I know how to do it, I still wait to the last minute because there's some anxiety associated with waiting to the last minute. So I'm sure people appreciate it. So I want to go back to one other thing that you said, which is like a catchphrase or a sound bite, which is get their life together. And so let's kind of expand on get their life together. And you were talking about helping entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And so tell us a little bit about the type of entrepreneurs that you help. How did you turn this into a business? I noticed that you said earlier that you were doing it maybe as to help your friends and family out or whatever, and then you got more organized about it. And so, and what does that consist of? What type of things do you help walk them through, hold hand, partner, collaborate with them in order to help them be more efficient in various areas of their business?
Yes, so I definitely work with different types of entrepreneurs, but my favorite type of entrepreneur to work with was near and dear to my heart are mamas that are entrepreneurs because we carry so many things in our basket and have so many hats. So I help moms strategize and organize their lives. So I created a system that I tried out on all of my friends who are mommypreneurs, where we go in and we not only just focus on achievement in areas which are educational or financial, we focus a lot on self-care as well. Because as a parent, there's not a lot of time for self-care, but you know that you cannot pour from an empty cup. So we focus a lot of things on focusing on yourself, building yourself in order to give to others. So that way you can scale a business. That way you can be able to be all the things that you can be for all of the people that you need to be it for. Also, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs who already have established business. Sometimes they hit a wall and they want to be able to scale and create new ideas. And so they may have an idea and can't work it all the way out. So just having someone else to listen to your idea and kind of help you walk through the steps and kind of see your vision through are a few of the things that I do through Dr. Fee Speaks.
I love that. Strategize and organize, which is the opposite of last minute.
Right,
I love
right.
it. So let's talk about that a little bit more. And so, in order to strategize and organize, I would imagine just from my business knowledge that you probably help them with processes, help them with the use of systems, and maybe even talk about some of their competencies and abilities. And so, you had mentioned something about a little bit about a framework that you may have or that you work through them. So tell us a little bit about your process, and if you have the name of your framework, that would be wonderful as well. And do you have that information in a form that someone can buy right now, like if they go up on Amazon or anything like that? So tell us a little bit about processes, systems, and abilities that you talk through with this partnership and collaboration with these mompreneurs, right? They're
Yes,
basically mothers who they hold various titles.
yes. So we work from a 3, 6, and 9 month plans. So we create different goals in different areas of our lives, whether it be health, financial, business wise, with your family, creating systems where you get the children on track because that can definitely help you organize your life as well. And I'm happy that you said to me about creating the framework I use it for my clients, but I've never thought to put it on a document and have it on Amazon. So that's something that I will definitely look into and have ready for the conference. But using the framework has really helped be able to organize because once you create a small goal and you achieve it, that gives you the to do more. So you're excited that you've created this goal and that you've achieved it. So it kind of forces you to want to do more. So just using that particular framework of figuring out what it is that we need to do, things we didn't know we needed to do, and just put them on paper to see it and be able to draw a line through it or check it out is very rewarding for entrepreneurs to know that something is done. You can have a million things swirling in your head, but if you have not put the pen to paper, you're not finishing anything because it just feels like nothing is being achieved. So I help them be able to see that things are being achieved and they are doing the work and to give them a sense of pride.
I love that. And when you go to document that, just make sure that you
Yeah,
copyright
okay.
your stuff so that won't want nobody trying to pick up your stuff. So copyright it. And it can be something as simple as an ebook as well. I mean, it's just different forms that we can get information out there, but sometimes people like something tangible so that they can refer to. And so let's let's talk about the conference that you are one of the speakers and authors of the upcoming 2024 Sister Leaders Conference. And so tell me, why a conference? tell me why speaking, and then also tell me what it is that you plan to maybe write about as an author in the anthology coming up this fall.
Okay, great questions. Why the conference? I was forced into the conference by my friend. So I've been following you for a while. And so when I saw the information about being a leader, I was like, oh, I don't know if I should do it. I should do it. And she was like, this would be a great point for you to be able to really step into Dr. Fee Speaks. Because as you know, when you have multiple businesses, you tend to focus more on one than the other. So this was a great platform for me to be able to tell the world about Dr. Fee Speaks and be able to help change the lives of other people. So that's why the conference. I want to be able to be a change agent. And I think that this conference is a great place to do that. I've watched you virtually for years do this. So I'm excited to now be a part of it. So that's why the conference. Speaking, I do not like public speaking, or let me say, I didn't like public speaking. However, becoming an entrepreneur was forced upon me by life. So I became higher minds of education because my house flooded and I lost my job in the same 24 hours. So in order to become who I'm meant to be, God forced me into this space. So he said, open your mouth that you love to talk. So now talk about the things that will help other people be their best self. So I've been connected with some great individuals. So speaking has been something that just came out of becoming an entrepreneur. So I'm excited
Awesome.
about that part.
And
And
you'll be an
then
author.
yeah, yeah. So I've been in an anthology before, but this one is so special to me because it allows me to expand on my story. So you asked us to do something that was important to us. So I thought about it really, really hard. And I want to be able to tell the story of how it all began once my ex said, you can get out of my house, the house that we built together. So I want to be able to tell that story, but not in a way to bash and not in a way to be a victim, but to be a victor in the story, to let everyone know that I overcame everything that happened. I built this business. And when I turned 40, I had a party and I told everybody, this is the great things that happened to me. But the most important thing was when he said get out, because that was the end of that chapter, but the beginning of the next chapter. So I'm ready to share that story with you guys. So I'm excited. I have my computer out and I have my notes and an outline. So I am prepared.
Awesome, awesome. Love that. We look forward to that story. And so, couple of things I want you to go over. So I want you to go over where the Sister Leaders Podcast community can find you virtually if someone wants to follow you, keep up with what you're doing in this space called life. Because as women, we are multitask and we're doing a whole bunch of stuff. And
Right.
so where and talk about all of your social media platforms, and if you could give the name of those platforms as well for those who are riding down the street listening to you. Go ahead.
So I am on all social media platforms. I am on Facebook, Dr. Fee Speaks. I'm on Instagram, Dr. Fee Speaks, and TikTok. So on TikTok, I do a little segment called A Little Tea About Me and a Lesson to Be Learned. So I have all these crazy stories of things that have happened to me. So I tell the story as well as give a lesson about the things that happened, like what I learned through the story. So it's kind of like a little funny thing. So people are like always coming and like, Felicia, that is insane. So that's a quirky thing that I like to do because, when you focus a lot on business, it gets kind of boring, but to tell some things that are kind of personal that other people can relate to is a good thing to draw people in. So I do that as well. I am about to do 2 Facebook Lives event. One June 13th is a Facebook Live event. I'm talking about parenting and business. So we're not only just talking about entrepreneurs, but those who are in corporate spaces as well. Just being a parent, shuffling things, figuring that out. I'm doing that as well, Facebook and Instagram. And then in July, I think it's July 12th, I'm doing another Facebook Live event to talk about networking, which is my favorite thing, because even though I may not be so excited about speaking all the time, I love meeting new people. So I always say, network gets the work. So that's how you make money, is by networking. So we're doing a thing about networking. And then my birthday is in August. I'm turning 42. So I'm going to do another event, and that is going to be my Facebook page as well. So I have some things coming up in the summertime because school is slowing down. So I'm excited to push more of Dr. Fee Speaks.
I love that. And you got to be cool people because I'm a August baby as well. So I'm August 22nd. So I know you got to be cool people to have a
Right.
birthday in August. And so I am excited. Um, I want to do something real quick with you. So before I do, it's going to be I'm going to give you a word and you tell me the first thing come to mind. Before I do that exercise with you, I want you to tell me about a young you. Like, what did you envision that you were going to be when you grew up? Did you meet that goal? Did you pivot? Did you switch? Because I was going to be a lawyer all the way up to when I got in law school and decided I didn't want to be a lawyer. So so we know that we can change our mind at any time in life as long as we have breath in our body. But I'm always amazed at people who knew exactly what they wanted to be when they were young and they hit it right on the mark and actually became that. And so what was your path? Were you like me who thought you knew what you wanted to be until you actually got it and then you didn't get it? Or did you pivot and pivot and pivot and then you found your calling?
Well, short little story. When I was about 21, I wrote a list. Maybe not 21, maybe 19. Let's go with 19. I think it was like 19. And I wrote 20 things I want to do before I turn 40. So most of the things that were on the list I did, but in a way that was not exactly the same. So sometimes we're on this path and we can see it, but we just don't know how it's all going to work out, right? So on my list, I wanted to be a psychologist. Like I wanted to get a doctorate and be a psychologist. Well, I have a psychology degree, a bachelor's degree in psychology. However, I have a doctorate in higher education. I always wanted to help people. I do help them, just not in the way that I thought I would help them. So I kind of stayed on track, kind of true to what I wanted to do. It just materialized in a different sort of way. Um, I really saw myself always as a businesswoman. Even when you're a little, you're outside, you're playing with your friends, and it's like, I want to be a mommy when I grow up. Well, I became a mommy, but that wasn't like at the beginning of my mind. I always wanted to be a business person. Like I would play, I'm going to work. Who plays to go to work? Me. I would be on my bicycle, riding down the street, going to work. So, I mean, that did materialize in my life, but just not the way that I saw it. So I guess I've kind of stayed true. And you have too. You're an advocate for women to have a safe space. So not a lawyer, but still an advocate.
Absolutely. And I tell people it's the remix of being a lawyer,
Sorry.
because yeah, it is definitely the remix because sometimes I do come into some situations that are legal situations that I have to refer people to and say, oh no, they can't do that to you. You need to talk to a lawyer.
Right.
Because I am aware of the law and I still love the law. That's the interesting part. I still love the law, but I was a non-traditional student. So by the time I got to law school, I was in my 30s. I already had a career that was working in HR. And so I was already in leadership in HR. And so when the question was posed to me, are you going to start practicing law and not be in HR? I thought that was a ludicrous question. Like, what? I'm already in leadership in HR. And that's when I realized that I didn't want to be a lawyer anymore, even though I like law. And so, yeah, so the interesting part about that. So, this has been a wonderful episode of the Sister Leaders podcast, but I want to fire off a couple of things to Dr. Felicia and just see what she has to say. So, this little exercise, I give you one question or
Mhm.
one word, and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. There's no right, there's no wrong answer. It's just, I just like to catch people off guard and watch them smile when I do it.
Okay.
So we'll do it. So I think it's about four. I'll ask about four of them and see what you say. So the first one is if you had anybody that you could talk to, living or dead, who would you talk to? And why?
I would talk to, does it have to be a celebrity, someone I know?
It's all
Okay.
about you and what you think and who you think it is.
Okay. Oh, that's a hard one.
It's supposed to be quick, Dr. Felicia. Quick, 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 quick.
Okay. I'm quick. Okay. I'm sorry because I started thinking too deep. Okay, I would talk to my stepfather.
Okay.
He just passed away earlier last year, and I would talk to him just because I went on an international trip. He wasn't here for me to talk to about it, and just to hear him make a joke and tell me to bring him a nice hat from Italy. I would talk to him just because
Uh,
he was an August baby as well.
oh
So
yeah, he's
you
cool
know that
people.
humor.
He was
Right.
cool people. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely, absolutely. So the next thing is, if you had to label a superpower for Dr. Felicia, what would your superpower be, and how do you or would you use it to help your clients?
Read minds.
And how would you use that to help your clients?
To uncover what the real insecurities are, what the real fears are to help them push past.
Awesome, awesome. So, are you a um walker or a driver? Are you more prone to walk somewhere, or are you more prone to get in your car and drive somewhere, and why?
Drive, and I live in Louisiana. We're not walking anywhere. We're driving.
Must be like Virginia. It's like, but you're not gonna get there till tomorrow if you start walking anywhere in Virginia, because our public transportation system sucks. All
Right, right,
right.
right.
So the last thing is your favorite color. So what is your favorite color? How is it significant in your life? And how long has it been your favorite color?
Orange. It's been my favorite color for about the last 10, 15 years. And the significance it has, it reminds me of summer, happiness, bright. I love bright, vibrant colors. So it reminds me of happiness, which is what my name means. Felicia means happy.
Oh my God. And that is the awesome way to close this podcast interview, because we like happy here. We don't like
Right.
anything that doesn't mean happy. We like synonyms for happy, and we like happiness. So this has been wonderful. Make sure that you stay connected with Dr. Felicia. And of course, we're going to have her full bio attached to this interview. And this has been another episode of the Sister Leaders podcast. And of course, I got to talk about the Sister Leaders some conferences coming up. October 4th and 5th is going to be at the Rivers Casino in Portsmouth, Virginia. And look, everybody can be in the house. We're going to be live. We're going to be live streamed. So if you can't make it there, you can still see everything that is going on. Everything is up on the sisterleadersconference.com website. And look, we're going to be rolling out some of the keynotes, but if you go to the website now, you can see a couple of the keynote speakers. We've already put some of them up on the header. And so I am excited about the conference and all of the things that are going to lead up to the conference, like the podcast and the guest speaker. And Dr. Felicia will have an opportunity to be a guest speaker expert as well. And so we are excited, and we go further together. Just keep that in mind. I am Dr. Karen Hills Pruden, and until the next podcast, good night, good day, good evening. Bye.